Today, we're diving into two of the most fascinating ancient tombs on the planet. One is locked down by deadly poison, and it hasn't been touched for over 2,000 years. The other, well, it was just cracked open after decades of searching. So let's dig in. You might think that's a line straight out of an adventure movie, right? Nope. That's a very real warning about the tomb of China's first emperor. It's a fortress packed with deadly traps and actual rivers of poison, all designed to keep it sealed for eternity. So our first stop is central China, at the tomb of Emperor Qin Shi Huang. It's this incredible place that we know so much about, and yet the main chamber, the real heart of it all, is totally sealed, hiding its biggest secrets from the world. And the scale here is it's mind-boggling. Since 1974, archaeologists have uncovered more than 8,000 life-sized clay soldiers. And get this, every single one has a unique face, standing guard over their emperor for millennia. But this silent army, it's just the beginning. See, this incredible army isn't even the tomb itself. It's just the outer security for a gigantic underground city, a whole complex built for the emperor's afterlife that's the size of a modern town. Just try to imagine what must be lying at its very center. So who was this guy at the heart of it all? Well, Qin Shi Huang was a figure of unbelievable power. We're talking over 2 millennia ago. He conquered 6 rival kingdoms to become the very first emperor of a unified China. But his biggest goal wasn't just ruling the world. It was cheating death itself. And that obsession with immortality, that is exactly why this tomb is still sealed. You have to wonder, right? With all our modern technology, why haven't we gone inside? Well, it boils down to some pretty terrifying ancient warnings and some very real modern-day dangers. Ancient records talk about rivers of mercury flowing through the tomb, and this isn't just some myth to scare people off. Mercury is intensely toxic. Even just breathing in the vapors can cause catastrophic damage. This ancient booby trap is absolutely still active today. And here is the great irony of the whole thing. Back in ancient China, they thought mercury was some kind of elixir of youth. The emperor probably even drank it, hoping it would make him live forever. Today, of course, we know it's a deadly poison. And modern soil surveys, they've confirmed dangerously high levels of mercury all around the tomb. Those rivers are almost certainly real. But okay, even if you could get past the poison, there's another massive problem: preservation. When the first terracotta warriors were brought out into the open, their beautiful, vibrant paintwork just flaked off. It vanished in minutes after being exposed to the air. The tomb is a perfect 2,000-year-old time capsule, and just cracking it open could instantly destroy everything inside. So one of the world's greatest tombs remains locked away, sealed by ancient fear and modern science. But halfway across the world, another tomb was just opened, and not by breaking through traps, but through decades of incredibly patient work. All right, now we're jumping over to the jungles of Belize, to the ancient Mayan city of Caracol. Here, archaeologists have just unsealed a 1,600-year-old tomb, and in doing so, they've revealed the secrets of a lost dynasty and its founding king. Now, this discovery wasn't some lucky accident. We're talking about a 40-year project. And what's so amazing is that archaeologists found this new tomb while they were studying another one. They realized a much older chamber was hidden right underneath it, literally hiding in plain sight for centuries. And inside, they found the remains of a king named Te K'ab Chaak. His name translates to tree branch rain deity, a seriously powerful title that connects him directly to the Mayan god of rain and thunder. This was the guy who founded a dynasty that would rule for over 400 years. But the most surprising thing they found wasn't all the treasure. No, it was a very specific physical detail about the king himself, something that completely flipped our understanding of his power. First, all the signs of royalty were definitely there. They found a stunning green jade mask, sacred jewelry made from shells and bone, beautiful pottery showing Mayan gods. They even found traces of this super rare and expensive red cinnabar pigment, which basically screamed that this was someone of incredibly high status. But the real bombshell was this: the king was toothless. Now, to us, that might just sound like old age or bad dental hygiene, but to the ancient Maya, it was a sign of immense spiritual power. In their art, they often showed powerful deities or figures from the underworld as being toothless. It meant this king wasn't just a ruler. He was seen as a shaman, someone who could literally travel between our world and the realm of the gods. So let's just put these two incredible stories side by side for a second. On one hand, you have Emperor Qin's tomb, this enormous monument to earthly power, still sealed by its deadly defenses. And on the other, you have King Te K'ab Chaak's tomb, a much smaller discovery, sure, but one that gives us this priceless window into the spiritual beliefs of an entire civilization. So what does the future hold for a place like the first emperor's tomb? Well, we may not actually have to physically open it. New technologies are coming, like muons. These are subatomic particles that can pass through stone kind of like an X-ray, or even tiny little robots that could go in and scan these sealed chambers. We could see what's inside without ever breaking the seal. And all this leads to a really fascinating question, doesn't it? As our tools get more and more powerful, how should we approach these sacred sites? If we send in a robot and get back a perfect holographic model, is that true discovery? Or is there something irreplaceable about the human touch, the kind of patient work that brought King Te K'ab Chaak's story back into the light? It's definitely something to think about as we keep trying to unlock the secrets of our past.